welcome. If we leave our bodies, we leave the center of our knowing, the center of our power, our embodied intelligence. Why were we given these bodies if not to open to the divine? Come into your body and become the revolutionary that lives there. V, formerly Eve Ensler. Welcome to this full moon gathering on this Aquarius full moon, also known as the Sturgeon moon. My name is Abby and I am one of the team here at TreeSisters, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you into this sacred circle today. So TreeSisters has been described as a love affair with life, supporting women and communities to restore and reforest, whilst also inspiring all of us to come together, to be in community, to remember and reconnect to the cyclical nature of life. And these gatherings are offered as a gateway to this togetherness, to creativity, to expanding our eros and vitality in service of life on earth. So as you probably know, TreeSisters' primary reason for being is to reinstate a culture of reciprocity with nature, to make it as normal to give back as it currently is to extract. And so while these calls are freely available, if you need them to be, they are also an invitation to give back. So I'd love to invite everyone here to give back to the trees, and if you're not already a monthly donor, to maybe consider signing up to become one. And if you are a monthly donor, we want to extend our thanks to you and let you know that you are hugely appreciated. And since we moved to this platform, we now also have the possibility of making a donation in the moment, direct. If you see the offers tab at the side of your screen, you can click on that and make a donation. And these donations are everything. They're so valuable, as this is what directly enables women and communities to restore their lands and their forests. So this gathering today is the final call in the series, Finding Home in Nature. And today we will be exploring seashells and how we might engage with the qualities of protection, transience, and movement when we're finding sanctuary. And we will weave together all of these noticings into an offering to the blessing that are seashells. So why are we here? And why do we gather each month? It gives us a chance to pause, to reflect under the bright light of each full moon, to come back to our senses and to listen to the self-organizing intelligence of the body, to restore a kind of intimacy with ourselves and with each other, and to remember who we are as part of these cycles of life. So before I share a bit more about what will happen in our call together today, I'd love to hear from some of you. I can see some of you saying hello in the chat already. And I'd especially love to hear from you if this is your first time. So, greetings from Buckinghamshire. Hi, Jan. Good to have you here. Julie says, feeling relief to be here, listening from the east coast of Australia. Welcome, Julie. Simone, so nice to finally be live with you all. Good to have you here live, Simone. Pat from the south coast of the UK. Alison, hello Abby and sisters, I really need this tonight. Is it me, or has this week been, oh, your message just disappeared, but has it been chaotic and very intense? Yes, I'm with you in that, feeling kind of the relief that the full moon was actually maybe last night. So it's good to Good to have you here for some moments of calm, I hope, Alison. Melissa, aloha from Maui. Lynn in South Delaware. Hi, Pat. Liz, greetings from the traditional lands of the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone in the US. Simone, you're in Sweden. M, greetings from Finland. Katie, I'm so happy to be here. So good to have you here, Katie. Jules in Amsterdam. Jennifer, your first time. Welcome, Jennifer. Really good to have you with us from Michigan. Anna in Germany. Oriya in Georgia. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Apologies if I'm not. Yasmin on the North Sea in Germany. Greer in southwest France. Nicola in Norwich. Full moon blessings to you all. Thank you, Nicola. Laura in Colorado. Sylvie Embrun in Canada. Marta, hello from Portugal, where we are covering a lot of land today. Belinda, greetings from Devon. Asma, this is your second time. Well, welcome back. Glad you could be with us again. Latoya, excited to connect with all of you in Shells from the Appalachian Mountains. Beautiful. Feel like we're covering lots of landscapes and lots of spaces and lots of times. Jan, beautiful to be here. This moon has been very intense and dreadful dreams last night. Yes, I'm with you on that one as well. Looking forward to this switch off time. Oh, welcome, Jan. I hope this space can be just what you need. Nina from Geneva. Really good to hear from you all and have you here. So I will say just a little bit more about what's going to happen, especially if this is your first time. So in a moment, I'm going to offer an invitation to get comfortable, to find safety for yourself and your body in the physical space that you're in, to give your body the things that it needs to come into a place of rested presence for this practice together. So it's really an invitation to put aside distractions, to, if you're in a room, to maybe close a door and ask not to be disturbed, to really gift yourself this time and this sacred pause. And at various points as we go on our journey together, I'm going to invite you to come and share what you're noticing in the chat box. And these noticings are really however you're experiencing sensation waking up through your body. And these sharings that you bring into the chat will be how we create our co-created poem and our offering to the seashells. And I will offer that poem back, and then we will have some time for sharing and integration together at the end of the call. So you're invited to really honor yourself, and if you feel agitated or lost or unable to drop in, to just simply bring your awareness to the ground and to remember that there is no wrong way to experience. There's just simply what your unique experience is. And it's possible sometimes that as we enter into our felt sense, that we might come close to ourselves in a particular way, meaning that things can arise, your vulnerability, your tenderness, your grief, and your anger. All of that is welcome here. But if it does feel too much or overwhelming, then I want to invite you to find a way to come back to just noticing the contact with the ground, and that your body is held right now by the earth, and there's nothing more that you need to do. And all of the complexity of your whole being is really welcome and is in fact vital to this collective experience. So I'd love to invite you to really welcome yourself as fully as you're able, noticing now that you're not alone here, even though you may be alone in the space that you're in. There's many others from all of these beautiful places on the earth gathering to share this experience, to create together. So inviting you also to have a sense of welcoming others. And just inviting us all to take a breath together now. And bringing yourself present to your body, present to this moment. And as you come into presence, without forcing anything, perhaps just placing your hands on your body and taking a moment to acknowledge some of the things that your body has done today. Perhaps it has moved and carried, created, cared for. Just take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the wonder of this. Notice how your belly is moving with the breath. And the wonder of breath as something that your body is simply doing, moment to moment. Feeling how you might be able to rest into the wave of the belly, rising and falling. Feeling the possibility of the breath becoming your ally as we take this journey together today. And then feeling into your heart. How is your heart in relation to the breath? Notice if there's a kind of buoyancy as the heart lifts on the inhale and is able to come to rest on the exhale. Just staying with this wave-like motion for a few breaths. Rising and resting. Opening and settling. And bringing your attention down to the lower body. Inviting it all to be heavy. Feeling where the body is supported. How the earth comes up to meet you. As you imagine your own roots moving down to the depths of the earth. All the wisdom in these roots becoming entangled with the roots of others here in the circle. Sharing wisdom across deep time. And taking another breath together now. And then finding yourself close to the ocean, right at the seashore. And just notice what emerges from you in this place where your imagination meets your body. Perhaps it is a landscape you know well or somewhere you visited once. A a distant memory, or some place you hope to go in this lifetime or another. Just opening to the detail of this place arriving in your mind, body. As you notice what time of day it is on your beach, what kind of weather is present. Is this a tidal beach or a non-tidal beach? Are you alone or with others? And inviting your sensory awareness to wake up. As you breathe, notice where you're touching the ground. The feel of any breeze touching you. As you bring your attention to your ears now, what can you hear? Is there the roar of the ocean maybe? Gulls and other bird friends? Crunching of pebbles or sand? Noticing the whole complexity of the sounds around you, near and far. And what can you see? Is this a small sheltered bay or a vast long beach? Just perceiving what is present through your vision. And what about the smells of the seaside? The sea air, the seaweed? Any other plants that are growing here? And as you take a deep breath, noticing how you may also taste those smells. And as you situate yourself here more fully through your senses, next to the ocean, on the beach, notice what is arising in your body. Any sensations. And finding some words that come close to describing the sensations that you're noticing. Coming to share those noticings in the chat. And just trusting whatever arises doesn't need to make sense, or just bringing words or sentences. What's arising in your body as you anchor into your senses here next to the ocean. Bringing those into the chat box and then gently bringing your attention back into yourself and into this scene. Making your way along the coastline now, close to the water. Allow your eyes to wander downwards to the many splendid treasures beneath your feet. Whether your landscape is rocky, the beach is pebbly or sandy, what can you see? Looking even closer, noticing how the beach is like a time bank. If there is any sand, just consider that it has been made over millions of years as rocks break down and erode. And notice the range of seashells in this small area you are looking at. There may be many, there may be few. Some may be big, some small. Some inhabited, some abandoned and washed up close to the shoreline. Isn't it incredible to think that every seashell was once a part of a living sea creature? And these seashells have so many stories to tell, having offered protection and shelter to many underwater characters. They can teach us so much about the underwater world, and particularly about the cycles of life and the interconnectedness of creatures. And what kind of shell has captured your attention and curiosity? Perhaps you know who this belonged to, or perhaps you're imagining. Come and describe anything you notice about this tiny house in the chat. Its size, its colour, any patterns, who it belonged to. Sharing what has grabbed your attention, this being that you're so curious about. Sharing with us in the chat, and then again bringing your attention back inside of yourself. And these shells, they really have their own intelligence in the ocean ecosystem, operating as exoskeletons to soft-bodied animals like mollusks. And these mollusks keeping their shells throughout their lives, gradually building and expanding them. Or the soft-bodied crustaceans that are the hermit crabs, who, as they grow larger, depend upon the vacated shells of others, swapping houses multiple times during their lives to remain protected and sheltered. These homes on the move that tell a story of time with the marks that they carry. How long has this friend you have found been travelling across the waters of Earth? What is the mood or atmosphere of this transient home you are becoming more acquainted with? Coming again to share in the chat the mood or atmosphere, that's the vibe of this seashell home you're connecting to. And then again, returning to yourself. And these seashells, they have seasonal growth lines, just like tree rings. Sometimes these are visible from the outside. Counting the most prominent lines across a bivalve shell, can give you an idea of how old it was when it died. What's it like to hold this piece of history, this time traveler, in your hands? And these seashells, being made of calcium carbonate combined with proteins, aging, growing, and changing over time, similar to our human bodies. Our human bodies being made of stardust and minerals. Perhaps there can be a sense that home is already built into us with these materials. And how is it to consider that, to maybe recognize that we contain all the ingredients for homemaking within our bodies? How does it feel in your body? What sensations arise for you as you consider that we might find sanctuary in our physicality? Again, coming to share in the chat, how is it to recognize that perhaps home is already built into us? We can be a sanctuary for ourselves. And again, coming back and reconnecting to your seashell companion. And perhaps noticing that this shell is part of a community of shells. Some who are inhabited, some who are empty now. And becoming curious about why this was the one that you chose to explore in more depth. What drew you? Was it the shape, the size, the colour, the creature living inside, past or present? Just taking a moment to really become present with this friend. Allowing this moment to be filled with wonder and appreciation. And if this seashell that has travelled across vast oceans, across time, and has offered shelter and protection to so many beings, if this seashell had a voice and could speak, what might it want to say to you? Again, just trusting what emerges and coming and sharing the voice of the seashell in this moment. What might it say to you? And just bringing the voice of your seashell into the chat. And then gently bringing your attention back into yourself. I'm going to invite you now to bring yourself to a place of total rest on this beach. In this seascape. There is nothing to do now but to simply stop and let go. Perhaps resting with your shell friend, perhaps returning them to the place where you found them, and coming to rest in the sand dunes or leaning into a rock or cliff to find shelter. Just taking a breath for a moment and feeling your contact with the ground. Finding softness within yourself. Feeling your own availability to receptivity in this moment. And I will read to you our co-created offering, our poem, our prayer to the wonder of seashells, in appreciation of the transient, beautiful splendor of seashells. And this is your invitation to rest alongside them and to receive. So finding yourself somewhere you can rest. Heart beating flow, relaxation, sharp sand and soft water, vibration, warmth, salt, sunlight and joy, bright, wide, free, sin waves, coming close, flowing like a fish, heart beating flow, freedom, peace and safety. Coming close, bright, wide, free, flowing like a fish, rising and falling, unsure which direction to look. Bright, wide, free, burrowing my toes into the sand, feeling my feet sink with each step. Awareness of liminal space between sky, sea and land, a feeling of home. Powerful natural forces coming close, vibration, warmth, salt, goosebumps, touched by the wind and sea breeze, flowing like a fish. Sin waves, waves of calm and expansiveness with my spirits relieved. Powerful natural forces, drinking it all in, life-giving, letting go, life-giving, letting go, connection, belonging, at peace. Waves of my heart reach out to the sea, waves of my heart reach out to the sea, drinking it all in, life-giving, letting go, breeze blowing, leaves rustling, ocean waves lapping into the beach. Goosebumps. Exploring, sharing patterns, rhythms, permanence yet transience, time, flow. Noticing the starfish and little crabs scurrying with their homes on their backs. Breeze blowing, leaves rustling, ocean waves lapping into the beach. Seaweed in crystal clear water. A deep calming of spirit. Feeling one with the earth. Feeling one with the earth. Vast beach, shimming sand, wind whispering, sinking deeper into the earth, back of my heart opening. Waves of my heart reach out to sea. Noticing the starfish, otters and seals and empty oyster shells, spiraling, spiraling, waves of calm. Burrowing my toes into the sand, seaweed in crystal clear water. Seeing the patterns in the sand, forming and reforming, with each wave splashing in, spiraling. Admiring sandcastles, noticing their impermanence as the water shape shifts them. Little white spiral thing, layer upon thin layer. Pearly, milky spiral, spiraling, spiraling, pinkish, twisted, pearl-like shell. Round rings leading to eternity. Spiraling snail home, creamy brown with dark spots. Pearly, milky spiral. Tiny domes of blush-ridged cowries. Treasure. Otters and seals and empty oyster shells. Grey striations, slimy surface, fringed edges half buried in the sand. Pinkish, round rings, half buried in the sand. A pink and cream shell catches my eye, somehow knowing a crab inhabited this at one time. Beautifully crafted, beautifully coloured, stripy tiger shell mirroring the shadows of the currents. Fractal growth, beautiful coloured, beautifully crafted fractal growth. Tiny little colourful shells. Tiny little colourful shells, powerful, natural forces. Breeze blowing. A deep calming of spirit. Spiraling. Fractal growth, long and twisted shell. Open on one end, closed in the other. White with brown stripes. Shell speaks, golden bloods comes alive. Shell speaks, all is welcome. Maps and spirals, stories. Rounded, pebbly, gentle waves, many broken shells. Shell speaks. Fractal, growth, stripy, tiger shell. Mysterious. Functional, fecund, microscopic water universe, flowing, flowing, fecund, nomadic beings, mysterious, intimate, ancient wisdom, the laws of nature and universe radiating outwards, fractals, mysterious, fossilized tentacles surrounded by shards of purple ridged shells, an altar before me. Mysterious, intriguing, nomadic beings. long life, shared shell of many creatures, one after the other, such long life. Fecund, feel solid and a safe home in my hand. Feel solid and a safe home in my hand. Beautiful, glossy, glowing like a fancy dance with life. Iridescent depth and magical light. Strong defense on the outside, soft on the inside. Strong defense on the outside, soft on the inside. Fossilized tentacle, surrounded by shards of purple-ridged shells, an altar before me, invigorating, powerful. The many worn and broken shell pieces lay as part of a larger home. Invigorating, powerful, thousands of years it feels it's been around, homing many, iridescent depth and magical light. The many worn and broken shell pieces lay as part of a larger home, strength, gentleness, cooperation. Strong, resilient, barnacle-clad exterior, smooth and beautiful, shimmering mother of pearl inside, the colour and smooth of the ocean. The sound of Om in the seashell, a homecoming, relief. I can be at home anywhere. What a relief. Reassuring, sweet relief, strength, powerful, a sense of inner strength and stability. I am home to many. I am home to many. I can be at home anywhere. What a relief. Reassuring and feeling connected to the galaxy. Humbleness of the miracle of my body. Oh, the joy. I am home to many ancient knowledge keepers. Powerful. Will I become sand to comfort the feet of others? Will I become sand to comfort the feet of others? Reassuring, my physical home has been violated. Sanctuary might be closer here in my body. Time to place it back, not take it to be placed on a shelf. It has a purpose. It is a warm feeling to know home is already inside me, ever flowing with the tide, curves of infinity and belonging. The shape, the colour, the connection in the palm of my hand. Oyster shell drew me because of the mystery, the treasure within. The treasure within. I've served my purpose. Trust your nature. We are cleansing, little by little, common waters, curves of infinity and belonging, both small and pretty and so safe and sweet. I've experienced so much beauty. I protect you. I know you. You are me. I protect you. I know you. You are me. You are home. Already. Forever. Trust your nature. I love you. I love you. I am part of you. Allow yourself to be carried to new horizons. I am part of you. Please take care of me. There is plastic everywhere. Walk in peace and contentment. I love you. Please take care of me. There is plastic everywhere. Dance barefoot back to your roots and let's celebrate the sea. Come, come, come home to your body. You are the home. I am part of you. Take care in the harshness of this life. Take care in the harshness of this life. Walk in peace and contentment. You are home already forever. I'm a blessing that moves many across endless journeys, and it's so truly humbling. There is shelter everywhere. I am part of you. We chose each other. We knew. The waters are your government. Listen. Listen. Beware of my sharp edges. Time flows. This inner strength is yours. You can reach out to it anytime. Time flows. There is shelter everywhere. Ever-present movement from form to fluidity. Beware of my sharp edges. You are the home. Look after yourself and all those others travelling through time and distance. So comforting to hear. Smooth inside, rough, outward, protecting what was vulnerable. Time flows. So comforting to hear. My shore was evading me. Memories of beaches. Where was it? Where was I? The shell. An octopus appeared. Sanctuary is here for you in each and every moment. Can I transform myself into a community? Can I melt into community? Can I trust? Can I trust? A being that can turn itself into a community of shells in an instant. So comforting to hear. You are your home. Look after yourself. My shore was evading me. Remember the ways of the water. It speaks in your blood, fossilized, tentacle, long, life, mysterious, intriguing, ancient wisdom, tiny little colourful shells, rounded, pebbly, fractal growth, spiraling, oyster shells, otters and seals, round rings leading to eternity, burrowing my toes into the sand, goosebumps, waves of calm, expansiveness, sharp, sand, soft, water, drinking it all in, life-giving, little white spiral. Tiny domes, pink and cream, blush-ridged cowries, fractal growth, stripy tiger shell, beautifully coloured, functional, mysterious, intimate, flowing, intriguing, thousands of years, iridescent depth and magical light, glossy, glowing, like a fancy dance with life. The sound of Om in the seashell, a homecoming, sweet, inner strength, stability, soft and comforting. I belong to this life. Ancient knowledge keepers, reassuring, connected to the galaxy. Oh, the joy, powerful. I can be at home anywhere. Infinity and belonging. Infinity and belonging, I protect you. Allow yourself to be carried to new horizons. I know you. You are me. I love you. Dance barefoot. Come home to your body. Time flows, ever present. Form to fluidity. Sanctuary. Comforting. Already. Forever. Trust your nature. So safe and sweet. I belong to this life and this earth. All is well. All is well. Reassuring. Connecting. Strength. Gentleness. Cooperation. So much beauty. Let's celebrate the sea. Form to fluidity. Fractals. Spiraling. Time flows. There is shelter everywhere. Come home to your body. You are the home. I love you. I protect you. Trust, peace, and contentment. I am part of you. And so just allowing the words of this co-created offering, this prayer, this poem to land in you, to touch the places that it touches, as you now gently invite your body to awaken and to return into this current time and space. As you take a yawn and a stretch, softly returning to your space, taking a look around the space that you're in, feeling the support of the ground underneath you, maybe bringing your hands into contact with your body again. And as you bring yourself back from the beach, just reflecting on how it was to hear your words amongst others, or the experience of receiving the poem as a whole. Is there anything you'd like to share of where you're at right now, the place that you find yourself in? So we just have a few moments for anything that needs to be spoken, anything that will help you to integrate the experience and come back into yourself. Nina says, thank you so much to all of you being part of being together. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, everyone. You perform magic, transforming our words and images to something so sacred. They are so sacred and special, your words already. So thank you, Alison. Jules, thank you. Liz, such wonderful collective wisdom. Yeah, isn't that always? So much, so rich. Yeah, so much wisdom. Thank you. Debbie, so beautiful. I feel soothed and connected. Oh, that's lovely to hear. Love from Jodie. Thank you, Jodie. Laura, I feel like I'm floating on the waves of the images and sensations. Yeah, I was very taken to a beach, definitely. Donna, joyful bliss to all. Greer, deep joy and connection. Thank you, Greer. Anna, thank you, everyone. This was so beautiful. Pat, thank you, everyone. I am home. I have arrived. We are waves of beautiful connection. Thank you, Pandya. Such a joy. Thank you, sobering love. Thank you, Jodie. Jan, words washing over me, so cleansing, transforming. Felt the clarity of water. Thank you so much, everyone. Corinne, thank you. This was so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Loyola. Really beautiful words from everyone. Yes, so they are it's a gift to my voice that I get to speak them. So thank you. Latoya, feel so close tonight. I'll start writing again. I'll imagine us writing together. Amazing. Thank you, Latoya. Simone, fighting sleep. This is always so beautiful and relaxing. Great. Much love and beauty. Thank you, Laura. Katie, so grateful to feel the interconnectedness of us all. Feel connected and calm. Thank you, Katie. Mary, ancient wisdom of sea water, lives in our amniotic fluid. Yes, we are the ocean, so much more than we remember. Oh, thank you, Jan. So thank you, everyone, for your beautiful contributions. It feels like one of those poems that I could keep reading forever and ever. But I'd really, as we're coming to the close of the call, I'd love to invite you to, spend some time tuning into your relationship with seashells. And if it's available to you, to take a wander on a beach, or if you're close to a coast, or also keep your eyes peeled in rivers and the top of mountains for what once was the life on the seabed. So just a strong encouragement to go out and to make contact, feeding your awe for this planet over the next month. Just find a way to make contact in a way that feels good and reconnecting. And thanks to Ria for her support today and for holding things steady behind the scenes and the technicalities and this beautiful seashell picture. And I'd love for you to join me again next month we'll be beginning a new series of moon gatherings, and we will be deepening into what it means to live within the cycles of life, and beginning in September. So I look forward to being in Sacred Circle again with you, with many full moon blessings. Until next time, thank you so much, everyone.